Have you ever stopped to wonder how your globe-trotting adventures impact the world you so love to explore? As we traverse this magnificent planet, our footprints are not just on the sand but also on the environment. The impact is more significant than we might imagine, and today, we're going to delve into it. Air travel is one of the biggest contributors to our carbon footprints. The sheer number of flights taken every day, combined with the massive amounts of fuel consumed, results in a colossal amount of carbon dioxide being released into the atmosphere. In fact, a single round-trip flight can emit as much carbon dioxide as many people produce in a year. Yet, the impact of travel extends beyond the carbon emissions from air travel. There's also the waste generated by tourists. From single-use plastics like water bottles and shopping bags to the litter left behind at tourist spots, the waste produced by travelers is a major issue. This waste not only pollutes the environment but also poses a threat to local wildlife. Furthermore, the strain on local resources in popular destinations is another pressing concern. As tourists flood into these locales, the demand for water, energy, and other resources skyrockets. This surge in demand often leads to overuse and depletion of these vital resources, affecting the local communities and ecosystems. And then there's the degradation of natural landscapes. The constant foot traffic in natural parks and reserves can lead to soil erosion and habitat destruction. The beauty we seek to enjoy can, ironically, be tarnished by our very presence. It's clear that the way we travel can have extensive repercussions on the environment. But fear not, fellow travelers, because there are ways we can still satisfy our wanderlust without causing harm to Mother Earth. As we'll see in the next segments, with mindful choices and a bit of planning, we can embark on our adventures in a way that is not just enriching for us, but also sustainable for the planet. Stay tuned as we explore the ways to make our travel more eco-friendly, because every step we take can make a difference. It's time to rethink how we explore, for the love of our beautiful world. Our journey to sustainable travel begins with how we get from point A to point B. It's a simple truth that our transportation choices significantly impact our carbon footprint. So what can we do to make our journeys more eco-friendly? Let's start by considering alternatives to air travel. Planes are a major source of greenhouse gas emissions, but there are often greener options available. For example, if you're traveling within a continent, consider taking a train or bus instead. Not only does this reduce your carbon emissions, but it also allows you to see and appreciate the landscape in a way that air travel simply can't offer. However, we understand that sometimes air travel is unavoidable. In such cases, consider participating in a carbon offset program. These initiatives help balance out the emissions from your flight by funding renewable energy projects or tree planting schemes. It's a simple way to make your air travel a little greener. Now let's talk about getting around once you've reached your destination. Public transport is a great option, as it reduces the number of individual vehicles on the road, thus decreasing overall emissions. Many cities around the world have efficient and affordable public transport systems that can get you where you need to go. For shorter distances, consider cycling or walking. Not only are these options carbon-free, but they also give you the chance to explore your surroundings at a slower pace, taking in the sights and sounds that you might miss in a car or on a bus. But what if you need to cover a longer distance and public transport isn't an option? Consider renting a hybrid or electric vehicle. These cars produce far fewer emissions than their gasoline counterparts, and are becoming increasingly common in rental fleets. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination, especially when it's a green one. By making sustainable transportation choices, you're not only reducing your carbon footprint, but you're also contributing to a future where travel can be enjoyed by generations to come. Once we've reached our destination, where we choose to lay our heads can make a significant difference too. Eco-hotels are a fantastic choice for the environmentally conscious traveler. These establishments take great strides to minimize their impact on the environment, employing practices like water conservation, waste reduction, and the use of renewable energy. But eco-hotels are just the start. There are several alternative accommodation options that are equally, if not more, eco-friendly. Take camping, for instance. It allows you to sleep under the stars, surrounded by nature, while leaving virtually no carbon footprint. Homestays, on the other hand, can provide you with a taste of local culture and traditions, and often support local economies more directly than traditional hotels. Then there are eco-lodges, the perfect blend of comfort and sustainability. Nestled in nature, these lodges prioritize local materials and labor, and aim to be as self-sustaining as possible. Choosing the right place to rest not only gives you a good night's sleep, but also keeps our planet well rested. Now, let's talk fun. How can we make sure our activities don't harm the environment? One of the most exciting parts of traveling is diving headfirst into new experiences and activities, but it's our responsibility to ensure that our adventures don't negatively impact our surroundings. So, how can we make sure of this? It starts with being mindful and respectful of nature and local cultures. When you're out exploring, consider eco-friendly activities like hiking, birdwatching, or snorkeling. These activities allow us to appreciate the natural world without causing damage. But remember, it's crucial to practice the leave no trace principles. That means taking nothing but photos and leaving nothing but footprints. Dispose of waste properly, respect wildlife, and minimize the impact of campfires. If you're a fan of water sports, consider paddleboarding or kayaking instead of jet skiing. Not only are these activities quieter and less disruptive to marine life, but they also don't emit harmful pollutants into the air and water. On land, consider using a bicycle for short distances instead of a car. It's a wonderful way to explore a new place while reducing your carbon footprint. As travelers, we should also respect and support local cultures. This can be as simple as trying local foods, buying local products, or learning about the local history and customs. By doing this, we support local economies and promote cultural understanding. Shopping local is another great way to contribute to sustainability. Buying from local artisans and farmers reduces the demand for mass-produced goods and supports smaller, more sustainable businesses. In essence, sustainable activities aren't just about preserving the environment. They're also about respecting and supporting the communities we visit. It's about understanding that our actions have consequences and making a conscious effort to minimize any negative impact. As we forge new paths, explore new cultures, and make new memories, let's always remember to tread lightly. Every small step towards sustainability counts, and each one of us can make a difference. Remember, responsible enjoyment of our world ensures it remains enjoyable for years to come. So, as we've seen, sustainable travel isn't just about big decisions, it's about the small choices we make every day. From the mode of transportation we choose, to the places we decide to stay, and even the activities we participate in. Each step we take towards sustainability, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to a larger global effort. We've highlighted destinations that are leading the way in eco-friendly practices, showing us that travel can indeed coexist with conservation. We've heard from experts who've given us insights on how to minimize our carbon footprint while still enjoying our journey. And we've shared everyday practices that we can all adopt to make our travels more sustainable. Remember, through these small changes, we're not only preserving the world's beauty for ourselves, but also for future generations. So, next time you pack your bags, remember to pack your eco-friendly habits too, because as travelers, the world is our home, and it's our duty to take care of it. Now that you know how to travel sustainably, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Start by choosing eco-friendly transportation, opt for green accommodations, and engage in sustainable activities. Remember, every step counts towards making a significant difference. And don't keep this information to yourself. Share it, talk about it, let's make sustainable travel the new normal. Because the world is a beautiful place and it's our responsibility to keep it that way. Together we can ensure our love for travel doesn't cost the earth. Safe and sustainable travels, everyone.